Good morning, guys. Apologies for the flickering. That is what we have facing us this morning. It is 139 miles to our destination in Paynton this morning. Probably about 2.5 to 3 hours driving, I reckon. So we've had a nice night's sleep. Tiny bit of a crick in my shoulder, but never mind. What can you do? I hope you're all well and enjoyed yesterday's video where we met Russell Worthing. So if you haven't already seen that, just go and check that out. I don't put him in the camera a lot because I didn't ask. Something about it just seems a tiny bit cringe when you see people like all going up to each other and hey. So I don't want it to be too fanboy. So I kept it like a brief hello, and then played you the audio of him on the phone. I guess you would have liked to see him, but I think it would have felt too weird and too cringe to be in front of the camera and trying to have a conversation, and that it just seems a bit false to me, although it wouldn't have been. But anyway, I'll give you a quick walk around, and I have already done my checks and everything and filled all my forms in, but show you what we've got in case you missed yesterday's video altogether. We have got a lovely Scania called Cinderella, and we have got some houses. Now, all doesn't look too bad. I've noticed that top one. I didn't notice that last night actually. It looks like the top one slid back a bit. So I'll go and have another look. I did tighten all my straps up and everything. Everything's secure. I'm not happy with how that has slid back. Can't actually see how it's... Can't actually see how it's happened. Anyway, I'm going to jump up there then, because I haven't got you in a tripod or anything, so I'll jump up and double check it's still secure, and then we'll get on the go. Alright, so we've put an extra diagonal in just to catch the back of that frame, and we've pushed it into position, and now we're good to go. I wish I'd have picked that up last night though. Never mind. Just shows that if you stand back a bit and check your load, you see something that you can't see up close. It's common sense really. Right, let's try again, shall we? This gap looks tighter than it was last night. That's what she said. Alright guys, we have just got on to the A380, and oh my goodness, I've never came this way, I don't think. We've always gone right and continued down the A38. I think this is the first time I've ever been up this one. Yeah, I did have a bit of a heads up about it yesterday from my colleague, and we thought, I'm on it lights, it should be alright. But don't forget, Cinderella's only got 440 horses, and I don't know what went wrong. I dropped down the gears alright. I was prepared for it, just like that Lotus is. Thanks FedEx for nearly taking my bumper off. But we're in the foggy / cloudy conditions now, climbing up this massive hill. According to Google, it's called the Penning Flyover, but I think there's... Oh no, that's where we're going to be turning off next. I can't remember the name of the hill. But anyway, we're either at the top of it now, or having a bit of respite, one or the other. Wow, this is cool. I love coming down here. We've just got past one of the new white White's Transport 730 Scanias. Absolute beauty it was. If you want to know more about White's Transport, check out Luke Vernon, he drives for them now and then. Ooh. Bit of a short slip road there. We was on it though, we was on it like a rocket. So I got another decent climb here. It's made worse by the fact you turn right at some traffic lights onto this hill, so you don't get a run up at all. And it's a really bad camber on the turn, so you got to take it slow. You can't go around too fast. Nonetheless, our Cinderella's has shone through again, pulled her up. Just under 3 miles now. Alright, well, it's a nice easy site to find, and fortunately the lights have changed to get this Audi out of the shit, because they've both come across the traffic lights when they shouldn't have, like idiots. But never mind, the pressure's all on them now, and the good thing about it is we can go. Thank you. And now we have got convenient signs. I've been warned. I've spoke to a colleague who's been here. Come on, and he's told me it's very tight. And once we get to the bottom, we've got to reverse all the way out. I'm not sure exactly how far we got to reverse, but. Get me axle up. Oh, you're gonna have to come now, love. Come on. Just come on. Let's put me beacons on as well. I did see him late because I was watching the trailer, I do admit. Easy, Tiger. Go on the curb, mate. No. Thank you. This is lovely. Lovely, beautiful sight, isn't it? And we have to all go his face! That man's face looked like I've just drove past him, pulling 2 dead bodies behind me. I love the amount of disgust you get when you're bringing these people the fucking houses that they're living in now. Oh well. Can't please some people. I seem to forget that one day, one of us guys brought the house that they're living in now here. Yet they look at us as if we... never mind. Here's another corner dweller, loving to dwell on the corners. Jesus, wept. Then now they've got trucks delivering in here. Yet this... I ought to rip his freaking bumper off. There. Alright mate, how you doing? Alright, well, we are being tipped now. We've managed to have a 15-minute break just while the forklift driver got all the brickies ready with the cement, taking all their bins of cement to them and pallets of bricks and everything like that. So once we got our straps off, managed to have 15 minutes. My coffee is still warm, so it's cooling down in the canteen over there. It's not a bad little site, to be honest. You've got a big row of houses over the back there being built. Sorry if it doesn't focus on them. There's room here being cleared, ready for some more. And let's just wipe, excuse my rude finger. And there's more houses here being done. And eventually I guess there'll be some there where the main offices is. So, yes, I've had a call off the gods. After here, we're heading up to Portbury Docks. I don't know if he wants me to move forward or not. We're going to go up to Portbury Docks from here. Pick up a coil for burnt wood. That's got to be tipped today. And we've already done 2 hours 41. So by the time we've finished shunting forward and backwards here, every time I just shunt forward and backwards just a fraction, it takes a minute of my driving. Even if I only drive 3 seconds, it'll take a minute. So we're on 2 hours 41 minutes driving now. With all this shunting and everything, I'm hoping it won't be more than 3 hours. It should be about 2 hours. I'm hoping to be off the site driving normally by the time I hit 3 hours driving. On a search, I've got the route set to Burntwood, where we're taking the coil. That's 200 miles away. So we're going to just try and add a stop. Royal Portbury Docks. It's not much of a detour, which is good. Chitting. But unfortunately, it's looking like we're going to need to have a break before we get up there. So we're going to have to stop for half an hour on the way up. It is 81 miles, I think it said. Oh no, 94 miles up to Portbury Docks. So we're definitely going to need a break. And then, let's just go back a minute. So it'd be 94 miles to the docks, in and around the docks for however long it takes, and then the remaining 105, give or take, back up to Burntwood. Then we'll probably need another break to get back to the yard at hopefully a normal time, because if I haven't said it already, happy anniversary, dearie. Right, now this is a pretty nasty blindside, being hindered with this Ford Focus that we had to turn around earlier when we came in. Just about seaming my Alright, yeah? So I couldn't see you in the mirror, that's all. Nice one, buddy. Cheers, mate. See you later. So we get our mirror back in position. Get on this curb and go past Trucker J. Alright, well, the video's already getting pretty long, so I'll get back to you when we're up in lovely Portbury. And hopefully the weather's got better. I keep buying my son Kinder eggs, hoping that one day we get the Kinder Egg camper pop up like this lucky gentleman did.
Help me get my knee out my armpit.
Alright, well, we've stopped and cleared our drive time and then set off again. 47 minutes later, we've got off M5 junction 19 and we're now arriving at Royal Portbury Docks. Now there's a heavy armed presence here, armed security and police guards and stuff like that, so for that reason, thanks Audi, cheers mate. For that reason I'm going to assume that filming on the docks itself is going to be prohibited. So once we get up here I'm going to have to cut off and I'll get back to you when we're outside the docks with our coil, guys. Some beautiful red cranes. If you've ever watched any of my holiday vlog, you'll have seen these cranes in the background of some of the videos. There's a car ferry, or any kind of ferry it could be. I'm assuming cars because there's always thousands and thousands of cars here waiting to be imported or exported, or just sat here wasting away, to be honest. I don't know why they can't let me have one. But yes, it looks like, oh no, it's one of Gil's. I thought it was one of our Cinderella's brothers or sisters, but it's not. It's one of Gil's Transport, another firm local to us. But anyway, here we are, and I'll catch you in a bit, guys. Alright guys, we've got our coil, we've got it sheeted up. Oh, I didn't have a look how long it took me. I think I made good time now. I think it's only took me about 25 minutes to get it double sheeted using the new wrap technique that I've been honing. I do prefer doing it the traditional way, but just to save time it's far better doing it by wrapping it the front and back, especially with how fussy I am at getting it neat. So I'll show you it in a minute. Once I book out, I'll show it you as I'm walking back to the truck, and that'll be that. Okay, little old forgetful me, just went and booked out, forgot the camera altogether, so apologies for that. I'm hoping everything looks nice and tidy, so fingers crossed we haven't got to stop on the way back down and tighten any flappy bits, so to speak. I want to thank you all already for your kind comments. I've put a video up. It might not be something that the majority of you are interested in, but for those of you who are, I'll put a video up on the story about me and my deer and how we came to be an item. Reason being, it's our 11th anniversary, like I said earlier. So if you're interested in a little fairy tale love story, then by all means go check out that video. Yes, it's absolutely beautiful. Farewell, Portbury. It's been a pleasure. Oh, that is dangerous. I hope I missed that. I think I'm gonna have to report that. Big scaffolding pole in the middle of the road, so let's get reporting, eh? Alright, so I've just got that reported to the police now. Hopefully they're going to send an officer straight away to get it retrieved from the carriageway before it causes some serious harm. The sheet on the trailer doesn't look too bad. There's a tiny bit of a flap developing on my side, but it should be okay. It's a fairly decent sized coil, pretty heavy. Not too heavy, but still 22 ton. So enough to slow us down on that bit of a hill. And we just got to hope now that the traffic's nice and kind to us on the way up. I can see the RAC tower. Alright, well, it's all go today. Just had to report another incident. There was a little camper van broken down on the M5 in the live lane. And what I tend to notice has happened, well, that's the second time I'm assuming it's happened now, but when I call to report it, the persons involved don't actually think to call the emergency services straight away. They're always, you know, getting themselves out of the vehicle and panicking about the actual moment to actually think about it and report it to the emergency services. So I've just called them and it did seem like they wasn't aware of it. So that's another good deed done for today. They're going to get the emergency services on the way to that. So that's 2. We're on the M5 north, by the way, just coming to the end of the short bit of roadworks and approaching a long bit of roadworks. Let's hope things go smoothly. Right, well, we're just about to get onto the M6 now, and although we've had a bit of a delay through the roadworks on the M5, it was still steady, still moving, and nothing major. It could have been far worse. All we've got to hope for now is there's a traffic through the A5, I know we call it locally as the orbital. We've got to hope the traffic's all okay this way. We'll be getting off junction 11 of the M6 and coming round that way into Burntwood, as opposed to going all the way directly through Walsall. But if things get any worse on the M6 as they already appear to be, we might be getting off through Walsall. Oh dear. Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony. So, here we are. 5:10. We've made good time getting up here. 2 hours 40 from Portishead during the rush hour. Ain't too bad. Just got to find out where they want this coil, and then supposed to be going home tonight unless things change. They've got rid of the speed bumps. I was looking forward to telling you all about the obscenely large speed bumps, but we haven't gone over any. Just quickly show you our berth for the coil. We just wrapped her up, like I say. Put 2 sheets over. My green tarpaulins were both saturated, so I didn't want a chance putting those on, because I don't mind if there was a slight bit of damp on them, but they was absolutely soaked, so I didn't want to. So we just wrapped it round, dropped the wellboard over the excess, and then strapped it down. I did put an extra one on each one to make sure it wasn't just being held down in one position, because if the chain snapped, obviously, not the chain, the strap, sorry, it would have blew everywhere and could have blew on the road. Yeah, there's been minimal flappage. I noticed this kept catching my eye, but it's nothing excessive. And where was the other one? Must have been my side. Yeah, this little bugger kept blowing out, but I knew it wasn't long enough to cause any issues and it wasn't going to get any further. Yes, so she's all good. She's held true and we haven't had to stop and mess around with her. So we're going to go and get her unloaded so we can try and get home to see my dear. Alright, so as we bid farewell to our 22-ton coil that we've had the courtesy of pulling this afternoon, it's time to bid you guys farewell too. I'm just going to pull forward and then sort out my sheets, sorry, and then get back to the yard. We're on locals tomorrow and possibly locals for the rest of the week, because unless I can hurry up and get back quick, this is going to be my second 15-hour shift like I touched on earlier. So let me just do things properly, even though we're on private property. So, yes, I've been CJC. Don't forget, if you want to check out the story of how me and my deer became me and my deer, that is on the channel now. And thank you again for all your kind comments and telling me how brave I am for putting it on here, but it's my story. Perhaps it was a bit brave because of how deep I was telling you all about myself. But you know, I'm honest with you guys, so I thought I'd share something else, and I'm that happy to be with my deer that I don't mind telling the whole world. So thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you all next time, guys.